And welcome back to BGSU ACHA hockey as we have Bryant University and the Bowling Green Falcons. The Falcons right now on a 6-game losing streak skid, coming into this Boston trip after a long month break. Justin, what do you think they need to do to get back on the win column?
Well, for both teams, it's been a long time since they played. For BG, their last game was on, I believe, it was on December 3rd. So that's, I would say, 6 weeks. It's been about 6 weeks since they played a game. They've had a couple practices. They practiced on Tuesday back in Bowling Green, and they practiced last night here at Hobelbach Arena here in Massachusetts. So, I mean, the big key here is to get off to a good start. I mean, it's really hard to get off to a good start for either one of these teams because they haven't been on the ice in quite a while. But, I mean, whoever is able to, shake off the rust first, I think will have the advantage because they'll get off to a better jump and look to put one in early. But, yeah, get off to a good jump and try to shake the rust off as fast as possible. Those are the keys, I think, for BG and Brian as well.
And as a former player, Justin, what do you think the best way is to shake off that rust after a long break like this?
Well, I would say rely on your teammates. Pass the puck around as much as possible. Try and get into a rhythm because we've seen what happens when BG gets into a rhythm. We've seen what happens when they bounce off of each other, when they know, they don't have to communicate, when they know, where their teammates are going to be on the ice, where they could do, passes, with ease and get open easily, sorry. Yeah, I mean, just rely on your teammates, communicate, and, yeah, I'm excited. It's been a long time. Happy to be back, and it's going to be a good one. Bryant is a very, very good hockey team. So is BG. So, yeah, it should be a very heated matchup.
Yeah, and we've seen this very talented Bowling Green State team struggle of late. The Falcons on, we might previous match, 6-game skid. Looking to bounce off of that. I think with the fresh year back in Boston, Massachusetts, ready for this game to start. I think that's a great way to reset the calendars and get back on the win column.
It's going to be a good one. I'm excited. Let's go, Shanny.
Yeah, I'm pumped, Justin. I'm pumped.
We'll have more for you before puck drop.
Yeah.
Anything else to add?
No. Just as we're about to wrap up, just for personal reasons, I lost my grandma last month. I just want to, say thank you to all the BGSU Falcon clubbers that sent me love and sent me support in that time, and for the family back home listening. I love you guys, and we'll see you soon. And let's have a great game. We'll see you in a few.
And good evening, everybody. Thank you for tuning in to this club hockey matchup between the Bowling Green State Falcons and the Bryant Bulldogs. I am Justin Chicatano, alongside my broadcast partner, Ben Shanahan, and we are back for the first time in over a month here at Hobomock Arena in Massachusetts. And I'm ready. It's been a while. I've been waiting for this for a while. Being at home with the family, it was a lot of fun. But I was thinking about this tournament quite a bit. Excited to head out to Boston. I'm only about 4 hours from Boston. Never been here before, though. It's been fun so far, and it's going to be even more fun once we get started here. Ben, I didn't ask you during the pregame. What are your keys to the game for the Falcons here tonight?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's a lot what you said. Keys to the game is you got to be the first team to shake the rust off. That's number one. You got to get out there early, get out, start passing around, find your teammates, find that rhythm again that you had earlier in the season. That's going to be another way to get the six-game losing streak off the belt. Number two is, communicate. We've seen that this team sometimes get a little quiet. Some communication will help this team work a lot better and get the whole mix of it going. Bryant is a big team. I mean, as we see them take the ice right now, I've gotten a few texts from people with the organization that aren't on the trip. Bryant is a bunch of big players. But BG has a lot of skill guys that they can get around this. That's the first thing you got to do. And then number three is what I say every week, Justin, that we have games. Can't be dumb. Got to stay out of the penalty box. Number one rule in hockey is do not give a good team, any more advantage than they already have. So got to stay out of the penalty box there. I'm really looking forward to this one, though, Justin. This trip's been awesome, like you said.
We were both at practice last night here at this arena. And one thing I heard Coach Drew Harper say, it starts now. It starts tonight. The end of the season, it starts now because there's a lot less games in the second half of the year than the first half of the year. There's only 9 games here this semester. We are here in Massachusetts, 2 games against Bryant and then 1 game against Robert Williams, I believe. And then we have a 2-game slate against Adrian, a 2-game slate against Louisville, and a 2-game slate against Lake Superior State. And then the TSCHL, that's a mouthful. TSCHL playoffs start after that.
And that's something, Justin, not to interrupt, that's something you need a lot of momentum going into. There's TSCHL, the TSCHL, like you said, it is a mouthful, is a very, very good conference this year. And, I mean, that includes BG. Right now they're sitting 4th in their division, and they're the 18th best team in their region, so if you want the momentum, you got to take it early. And as they're getting ready to go, playoffs are already set, by the way. We're just kind of trying to figure out seeding. Xavier and Dayton have already been eliminated before the first semester even ended. Xavier got eliminated in the first 10 games, and Dayton was eliminated a little before winter break started.
And that's a lot different than last year because I remember last year it came right down to the wire.
Yeah.
It came right down to the wire of who was getting in. So we know the 8 teams that are going to be in.
We just don't know where.
And now, the seedings could shake up quite a bit in these last few weeks.
And for Bowling Green, they wanted to.
I knew it sounded wrong. Pardon me. Roger Williams.
Yeah.
Not Robert Williams. I know somebody said that to me yesterday, and it didn't sound right. And now it gets stuck in my head. Roger Williams. We're taking on Roger Williams tomorrow, and then Bryant again Sunday afternoon. And
another thing to mention, this is Colin Nelson's first game back in Massachusetts since he's won 2 back-to-back state titles in the state of Massachusetts. This is his first game back. His family's here. We met them at the snack shop. But it's time for game time. Justin, take it away.
And then all on the draw with Famar Ferry and Papawanu, and on defense, Colin Nelson, as you mentioned, and Trent Gray. Puck comes back into the zone. Dano trying to chase Banks back behind the net as Bryant looks to gain the zone, and they bring it on in. A great move in front, and a big save made there by Smalley with the pad. Great moves by the streaking Bryant forward, and Smalley was able to come up big there. Bryant goaltender passes it off the net. There he has it. He shoots, save made. Now it's back behind the net. Nelson battles for it, tries to get it out into the corner. Comes near Papawanu. And Dano tried to keep it in but could not. Has it by the red line. Backhand saucer pass across towards the Bryant bench, and it comes over to Nelson. Nelson on defense now. Shoots, save made by the Bryant goaltender, and now it's brought out. Poked out there by Zebo, and now Nitschke spins and throws it back in. And the Bryant player went stumbling into the boards. Zebo takes it away and tried to get it over to Nitschke, but it was blocked off. Now thrown off the boards. Nishiki trying to battle for it. Now it's thrown out. And the Bulldogs bring it back in. Pass across, blocked off by Tiggs. And Tiggs rides a man into the boards. Horvath pass off the boards. Zeeble trying to get to it, and it was poked away from him. Now it's brought back in, and 2-on-1 chance. Pass across. Back in chance in front, and that sailed high and wide, up and over the net. Puck thrown around. In the far corner, Nitschke tries to get it out. It's kept in, though. Shot from the point, and that one got tipped wide. Off the boards again, towards the slot, and Horvath takes over. Horvath down the boards. Backhand's winning as he got tripped up there. Banked off the boards. Dubendorfer trying to get to it. Rudo as well, and Dubendorfer is able to backhand one in deep. Back behind the net. Thrown around by Ziegler. Sarnowski banks one off the boards. Rudo racing after it. Rudo behind the net. They're taken off in by Ziegler. Off the boards. And now taken over by Vaughn, and Vaughn throws it out. Sarnowski, go ahead.
Long stretch of game without a whistle so far, as it's been about almost 2.5 minutes.
And BG has looked fast so far here in these opening minutes, and same thing for Bryant. Now Bishop's pass out was tipped, but he gets it back and throws it out. And hops over the stick of the other Bishop. To Bishop. I saw Bishop and then Bishop.
It's like the Catholic Church out here.
Now Bulldogs look to bring it out. Pass up the ice. Nelson goes back to retrieve it. And I believe the switch was made in the last weekend of the season, where Colin Nelson was moved to defense and Trey Zeeble was moved to forward.
Yeah, I really like that move, Justin, if I'm being honest. We've seen Zeeble use a lot of offensive ability on the defense, toe dragging, but never got past that line. Now he's able to keep pushing towards the net. Should see a lot more goals out of him.
And we've also seen Nelson's two-way game, one of the best on the team. Now drive pass, shot save made off the mask.
I completely agree.
And the shot came from Bertzlaff, and now Schutte running in the boards. Odell trying to get to it, thrown around. Odell knocked down a man there. Great physical play there from Chandler Odell, the Florida native. Now it's brought out by Rogers. Rogers hit against the boards by Nelson. Off the stick of Gray. Bertzlaff chops at it. Now it's taken back over by Bryant. Back at the point, and a shot never made it towards the net, but it's loose. And they're going to put the play dead for, I believe, a hand pass.
And that's the first stoppage of the game so far.
It took 3 minutes and 45 seconds.
That's one way to get the rust off, Justin. Just play until the whistle. Man, that was a long time. Both teams looking really good, though.
And the upcoming schedule for you guys, the game tomorrow will be at 5 p.m. against Roger Williams. And it's loose in front and poked out. And the game on Sunday will be at 3 o'clock against Bryant once again. Down the near corner. Puck thrown down low. Bertzlaff trying to get to it, and he's able to avoid a check, but he had it taken off of him. Now it's taken back over there by Tiesterman. And now pass across. And the Bryant player, I believe he missed the net. Not sure if Smalley got a piece of it, but I believe that shot went wide at the angle that it took. And now it's thrown back in. Nelson fell down. Pass in front, blocked off as Odell was down in the slot, and it went off of him as he took a tumble. And it rolled in on Smalley, and he was able to cover it up.
Yeah, I don't know if that was a tumble or he was trying to block the shot, and Ricard kind of a distance away.
He may have been trying to block it because I saw Nelson fall. My eyes went to him. I didn't see if it was a shot block or a pass block attempt or a tumble or if he got knocked down.
Either way, a great shot block if it was on purpose or on accident by Chandler Odell.
Now pass across. There he has it. He throws it in. Tiggs racing in after it. And he will get there. Backhands it towards the null, but it was blocked off. Now back behind the net. Taken over there by McKenzie, and now thrown out. Pass across. The shot there rolls in on Smalley, and he makes a save, and he covers up as that puck was fluttering. 15-10 to go in the first. No score yet between the Bryant Bulldogs and Bowling Green State Falcons. I think both teams have looked good for not playing for a while. Both teams have looked very sharp so far. Now Tiggs off the glass.
Yeah, that might be a Bowling Green boost right there as Coach Rischel back on the bench the first time this season after relieving his duties to Drew Harper for the head coach of this ACHA team.
And Coach Richel did a great job with the team in his tenure as coach, and so far Drew Harper in his first year, he's done a tremendous job with this group. Nice to see both coaches back on the ice together, or back on the bench together again, as that puck is thrown on the ice and icing is called, as the faceoff will come back into the BG offensive zone, as BG will throw on the second line of Horvath, Ziebel, and Nitschke, and the defensive pairing of Klein and Sarnowski.
I don't know what's happening with the goalie situation right now, Justin.
It looks like O'Connor is doing something to his helmet. Can't tell from this angle.
He wants to play the old-fashioned way, no helmet, just blocker and pad, old style look. We are in Boston.
Pre-Jock Plant days.
Pre-Jason Mask days, too.
He's able to get it back on.
And I was mistaken.
And we will continue. Let's go.
Nice break for everybody on the ice after kind of a long stretch and a couple breaks.
Horvath on the draw for BG, and he wins it back, and it's loose. Now it's taken out. And now a shot on Fandon, and the second attempt was saved by Smalley. And a penalty is called, no, I'm sorry, the net it came off. I saw the official pointing at somebody. I thought they were going to send them off, but no.
Great save, though, by Smalley there, the young freshman from St. Francis, Ohio native.
And I mean, he's been tremendous, like, all season long. I know, like, we say that, like, really often. I mean, like, the four goalies that BG has this year, they've all done a great job so far. And, yeah, and these last 9 games are crucial for seeding reasons. So they're going to be relied on heavily, as BG's remaining schedule is pretty tough, as they're taking on some really talented teams.
And Jack Smalley really had to step it up there, too, because he didn't get to play till halfway through the first semester.
And the shot thrown on net was saved by Smalley, and as it popped in the air, Smalley got up and gloved it, and that will stop play. 13:57 to go in the first now, and yeah, there have been a lot of whistles.
Yeah, I know.
After the first 3:45 of no stoppages, there have been a lot of whistles since then.
Yeah, I might have jinxed it on that one. This game might have an hour period after that, straight 4 minutes.
Now Gray backhands it off the boards, and it leaves the zone. And it's thrown back in by Ziegler. Goes off the stick of Nelson as he's able to settle it down and play it back behind the net. This pass was tipped towards Rudo. Rudo waits and drops it back over to Gray. Gray pass up the middle, and now Kerr moves in. Kerr stops, shoots, and a save made with the stick by O'Connor. Now Rudo battling for a great poke check there by Dubendorfer. Now Ziegler tries to throw it out. And a big hit there by Rudo. And now Dubendorfer races in. A great physical play there and stick check work there by Dubendorfer. And the pass went just past Rudo as he tried to stop it but could not. Now Nelson trying to take over, and he does. Goes back behind the net and reverses towards Kerr. And the puck still in the zone, right on the blue line, and it stays in the zone. A puck in the corner. Nelson with a great physical play there. And Bryant maintains control, back at the point. Shot on, blocked in front. Now Gray takes over. Gray off the boards. Kerr will take over there. He moves in, and he tried to put it on net, but it was blocked away off the leg of the Bryant defenseman. Now both teams make changes. And here come the Bulldogs. Now a shot on, save made by Smalley. And great positioning there by the freshman goaltender. Now Harchie. Pass over to Schutte. Now back to Harchie behind the net. And back over to Schutte again. And he tries to reverse, but he gave it up. Now it's poked away. Now Burtslav racing after it. Burtslav gets to it. Makes his way in on net, and it gets taken down. And no call there. And now Jaros backhands one in deep, and it goes out of play. And what do you think? Should there have been a call there? Like, I mean, they're both going after the puck. I mean, I think like it was borderline. I think like, he could have called it. He could have not. It's 50-50.
I think it could have went either way. No, as It's a Bowling Green student. I wanted that to be a tripping call, but I think that when you swallow the whistle, because it looked like Burt's pulled him down, and then he got tripped up over the player. I think it's a good no call.
Now Draw stops it. Now Bertzlaff tries to feed it in front, but it was blocked off, and now Tiggs has it. Tiggs threw it towards the net, but it was blocked off. Archie gets to it and throws it in deep. Goes past Jaros. Now it's taken back over by Bryant. Bertzlaff does a good job to keep it in. Now Schutte chasing him. It's back in there on the board, stopped off by Bertzlaff. Now Schutte trying to chop at it, and he couldn't get to it. Now it's taken over by Bryant, and they're able to get it out. A great move there, and Archie was able to take it off. Now it's thrown all the way around. As BG has the first line out there now. Almost the first line, one of the three first line forwards. And now Denal ran into the official, and the official's hurting.
That's a big boy, Chase Denal. I think he got him in not so great spot to be hit.
Now thrown across, and now thrown back in. Hope the official is okay. Now Sarnowski, pass up to Denal. No backhand pass across, over to Ferry. Ferry moves in. Ferry waits, shoots, and that one went just wide as he may be looking for a tip as Papuanu was streaking in front. And now Denal has it, puts it in front. Ferry, backhander save, rebound, and there is no rebound as it is covered up. And a great look there for the first line. .38 left to go. Go ahead, sorry.
Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you. I didn't know how that puck got in, back on Denal's stick. It was in the air, and then it bounced, and, seen the Magic Man do a lot of things. That one just didn't really make sense.
Denal will be the centerman on the draw. As the official, he looks to be grabbing his right hand. Hopefully he's okay.
Oh, and he's going to take the face off. What a champ by Stripes. It's my face off. What a great moment.
And a false start called on the Bryant centerman. And they will do it again. Denal, Ferry, Papuanu, Sarnowski, and Klein out there for the Falcons. And Denal battling for it. And a big hit there by Sarnowski as the puck leaves the zone and heads into the BG defensive zone. Off the board is a giveaway. Shot on, saved by Smalley. Now it's thrown out, but it went past Papuanu. Now back behind the net, Bryant controls, pass out in front. It was almost lost, and now it's whacked at there by Sarnowski, and now Denal takes over. Denal into the zone, moves in, takes it deep. Backhands one in front and went off the outside of the net. Now Papuanu back at the point. Klein tried to chop at it. Now Ferry goes to poke at it, and he got ridden into the boards hard there. Now a stick check there by Denal as he almost took it away but could not. Now it's thrown in, and it goes off of Papuanu and in. Now Sarnowski. Pass across. Klein has it now. Klein off the boards. And no one there as icing is waved off. And thrown around the boards. This goes past the official. And now Zeeble takes over. Zeeble pass across. Horvath trying to get to it. He skates in to go get it. Big hit there. And he's able to get it. As he's watched there by three different Bulldogs. And he's still battling for it. Great effort there by Horvath. And a penalty has been called. And BG will get the first power play of the game as great work there by Cam Horvath along the boards draws a penalty.
Yeah, I mean, I talked to Colin Dirkmatt. He's out with an injury right now yesterday at practice, and he said Cameron Horvath's one of the smartest players he's ever played with. That's just one of those examples right there as he goes in there, fights with 7 guys, 5 on 1 in the corner, and he draws a penalty, gives his team an advantage, and we'll see if they can capitalize it right here.
And the power play unit on right now, Nelson, Kerr, Horvath, Tiggs, and Rudo. Tiggs has it, pass across over to Horvath. Horvath, and now Tiggs. Tiggs, back to Horvath. Horvath, down low, over to Kerr. Back to Horvath, and now Tiggs again. Tiggs, and now Rudo. Rudo's pass was tipped away, and Bryant's being very aggressive here. As every time there's a pass, there's a Bulldog right in front of the receiver. Now Tiggs with speed, picks up the pace, heads down the far boards, goes around the net. Pass out, Rudo. Rudo passed back and went past Tiggs. Now Nelson has to get it. Pass in the middle and pass Rudo, but it's kept in though by Tiggs. Tiggs waits, shoots one, and that got tipped just over the net. And now Rudo tried to drop it off for Nelson, but it was poke checked all the way out of the zone, and both teams make changes. As we will see the first power play unit come on for the Falcons.
Great job by Tiggs there, going coast to coast and kind of keeping that play alive. It didn't work out, but great job by the young freshman.
And now Denal moves in, makes a move, backhander off the outside of the net, and it's covered up there by O'Connor. 44 seconds to go in the power play, 8:02 left to go in the first period.
Well, I shouldn't say young freshman about Nick Tiggs. He is 21 years old, so not a natural freshman.
He's still young. 21 still young.
Yeah. Not a natural freshman, but he did play some juniors for the Eels.
And that clearing attempt is blocked off by Papuanu, as we will see the first unit try to generate something. And Papuanu's pass was deflected out of the zone. And they will have to regroup. 30 seconds to go in the man advantage. Now Denal. Pass over. Papuanu will take it in. And he almost lost it, but Nishiki was able to get to it. And he puts it in deep. And it went past Denal, and that's thrown all the way back down. And with 10 seconds to go in the power play, that will just about do it. Now long pass up, and Denal is able to stop it up. The chip pass across. It went off of Ferry. Now it comes into the Bryant zone, but they maintain possession. The power play is over, and a great stick there by Denal. He was able to interrupt the pass, and he does it again right there. So Dell has it, and he'll chip it in deep. Jaros will race in after it and thrown around, and he hits a man there along the boards in the corner. And Bryant will take it out, but Bertzlaff takes the pass away. Pass across over to Gray. And now Jaros. And he had to just hop over his stick. Now it's thrown back towards the blue line where Harchi will take it back over. And a delayed offsides was called. And BG will take over. Harchi moves in. Harchi shoots, and that shot was deflected wide. Pops back over to Odell, and they tried to stop it along the boards, but it went just past him. 6.5 minutes to go now in the first. Still no score between Bryant and BG. Oh, shot or a chance thrown up, and icing is called as Kerr gets to it first. 6:14 to go in the first.
And I will say, Justin, I know college players come from everywhere, but this is a pretty packed barn for having a double out-of-state game. I believe Bryant. Bryant's in Rhode Island. We'll play them on, was that Sunday in Rhode Island, I believe.
Sunday at 3. And then tomorrow's game is also in Rhode Island and Portsmouth.
Yeah, it's kind of a packed barn for a team from Ohio, and Massachusetts isn't too far away from Rhode Island, but still great to see fans coming out for a club hockey game.
Now Sarnowski. It's tipped in there by Dubendorfer, and he was able to get a stick on it, so icing is waved off. Now off the boards. And almost kept in by Sarnowski, but he touched it just after it went outside the zone. Now pass behind one of the Bulldogs. Now shot thrown on, got deflected at the near corner. It's thrown out of the zone. It goes past Klein, and he'll race back to retrieve it. Now off the boards. Kerr has it now. Kerr's shot went wide. Rudo trying to chase after it. A big hit there in the corner, and now Kerr tries to get to it, and he was ridden off the puck. Now it's brought out by the Bulldogs. Now it's thrown back in. And the delayed offsides is called. Now Klein, long pass up the middle, and he was almost able to hit Kerr on a breakaway, but it was chopped away, and a great heads-up play there by Klein and also Kerr. And an even better defensive play there by the Bulldog who broke it up. Now a puck is loose, poked out by Nitschke, and he'll get to it. Pass in the middle, and it went off the defenseman's stick of Bryant. And now it's brought out and tossed in, and Klein races back to get it. Now giveaway. Now Horvath has it. Horvath pass out. They're taken away by Bryant. Now thrown back in, and where Klein gloves it down. Klein off the boards, and went past Horvath. He chops at it at the boards, but he couldn't get to it. Now it's thrown back in. Sarnowski pass over to Denal. And Denol chops at it as the pass was too far in front of him. And a big hit there by the boards. Big hit by Denol. And he went down too. Big time collision there. And a great play off the boards. Now it's thrown back in towards Smollett, and he will scoop it up and hold it. 4:16 to go in the first. Still no score. And I think, I know we said this for one of the games earlier in the season. I think we can say it again for here. It's been, I think, more of a feeling out period for both teams, I think, because they haven't been on the ice too much lately. So it's been more like a feeling out period, see who's going to like make a mistake first, try and get a feel of the ice, a feel of like how each team plays. Shot on went wide.
I think it's kind of been Bowling Green's strategy in the second half of the first semester. It seems to have the start of the second semester. Just kind of feel out your team in the first period and then try to light them up in the second and third.
Go over how they've been playing, trying to adjust your game if you have to. Now Denol brings it in. Denol now spins back, waiting with it, and he's able to backhand one in deep. Goes off the glove of a Bryant defenseman. And it's spun back, now thrown out. And Denol got a piece of the pass, but was still able to get through. Now Papuanu. Pass off the boards. And Ferry takes over. Great move there. Ferry moves in, pass across, and it was taken away there. And I believe a penalty has been called, I believe. Possibly.
Is that Bryant going to the box? 'Cause I don't think they'll be very happy. They wanted a penalty on earlier in that play when one of them got tripped up in the left side of their offensive zone. But
sure, and yes, it will be a penalty on Bryant. So BG will get another power play with 3:23 to go here in the first period. And again, that happens again off another rush. And BG, they look very fast on offense here in the first period. Maybe it's not a power play. I thought I saw somebody on.
Yeah, I really don't know what's going on.
No, yeah, there's a guy in the box. I believe there's a guy in the box, unless that's just like a splitting point. So no power play. Okay, I apologize.
Must be a scorekeeper. You kind of a horrible view at it though, Justin. At the same view, you can't really tell.
I can't tell.
But there's no power play.
Yeah, there's a piece of glass that like splits the bench into two parts. Figured that's a penalty box.
No, actually, I was looking at that's the scorer's table. There's no glass in front of the penalty box unless they put glass in there today. It's kind of a weird rink. I've never seen that before.
That is weird. I apologize for you guys at home. Thought we were getting another crack at the power play, but gonna have to wait longer. Hopefully we get one later in the game. Now Bryant takes over in their own end, and they will bring it out. Now puck behind the net. Now back to point. Shot thrown towards the net was blocked off. A pass in the middle. Shot on. Save made by Smalley. And a penalty is called here. And Bryant will get a power play barring any goal scored as they're still whacking away at it.
Oh, and here we go.
Now someone got taken down there. As BG will be penalized here. And with 2:32 to go here in the first, Bryant will get their first power play of the game in a unfortunate turn of events. As I just said, less than a minute ago, BG was getting a power play, and I was wrong. And now, right after that, we're getting a penalty.
I can't see who that is. I think it's Schutte.
Yep, Jake Schutte, the junior out of Strongsville, Ohio.
I believe they called him on a high stick.
He's shaking his head.
Yeah, I believe that was a high stick call on Schutte.
And the officials talking at the scorer's table. That's Trent Gray standing by the officials waiting for an explanation, and now he's going to get one.
Yeah, I believe that's a 2-minute minor for high sticking as I kind of saw the ref go make the high sticking notion. But, we'll never know. We don't get a PA system in ACHA, so that guess is about as good as
anything.
Yeah. It's about as official as it gets.
Yep.
Bowling Green looks to kill this one off.
And is the faceoff's going to be outside the offensive zone, as it's going to be a 5-on-3. That's what it looks like. Yeah, 5-on-3. There's only one penalty up. Maybe they're just doing that because it's the same amount of time. As it's going to be a 5-on-3. Yeah, it's going to be a 5-on-3.
Archie's the other one in the box, according to
okay.
our great camera guy, Dirk Matt.
Thank you, Colin. Now Bryant takes over. And they will look to get set up. In the back of the point, pass across. Pass down low, off Smalley, and now it's loose in the crease, and now it's cleared out of there. Ferry trying to get to it. Those are on the boards, but it's kept in. And this is going to be a long 5-on-3 to kill off for the Falcons.
Especially with how it's starting.
Pass down low at the circle. Shot on, off to the outside of the post. Now a clearing attempt is once again stopped up. Now Bryant still controls, and the slap shot, and that was deflected in a save made by Smalley. As I believe that was tipped by Tiggs. It took a little tick off of Tiggs' stick. 1:49 to go in the first, 1:17 left to go in the 5-on-3 power play. And it's off one back by Bryant all the way back down, so they'll have to get reset.
For D1 Bowling Green hockey fans, Bowling Green is just taking a 3-2 lead over the Bemidji State Beavers in a big CCHA game.
Now Sarnowski trying to get to it, and Deneau is able to get to it. He tried to bank it off the boards, but he was blocked off the puck. Now pass in the middle, and it went wide of the streaking Bryant player, and that will leave the zone. Under a minute to go now in the power play, 1:18 to go in the first. Yeah, here come the Bulldogs, and a great play there by Sarnowski to negate the rush. A pass down low, back across, it's loose, and it's cleared out of there. As I could not see how that got cleared out. And now Deneau racing after it. Deneau gets to it, trying to kill off time. And he's doing a great job here as he takes it back towards the red line. Spins now, and chips it in. 10 seconds to go on the power play, and 40 seconds left to go here in the first.
That's a great veteran move by Deneau there.
And now a takeaway by Nelson. Nelson heads in, shoots, and it goes wide. And that will do it for the power play. And a great kill by the Falcons. A 2-minute 5-on-3. I believe they only got 2 shots on goal. Now pass into the middle. It's kept in by the Bulldogs. Now chipped out. Zebo trying to get to it. It's battled at the red line. Zebo still battling for it. And a big hit there by Horvath. And a penalty has been called. With 5 seconds to go in the first, BG takes another penalty, and it'll be Cam Horvath heading off. And the one thing that you emphasize in your three keys to the game, the third thing was staying out of the box. They did a great job of that for the first 17 and a half minutes.
And, I mean, Horvath takes the penalty, but, man, did he crush that kid. That kid went flying.
Hit. And, I mean, the part that is a real stinker is that, I mean, it's a real stinker. It's only 5 seconds left to go in the period. All you have to do is wait.
Yeah, I know.
Just wait 5 seconds because they weren't going to get a chance there. I mean, the puck was dribbling back into the zone.
No.
So, all right, let's see.
Boarding. And I believe the call was boarding according to Simbro, who's helping us out with production.
Thank you, Zach. And that will do it for the first period as we will jump right into the Dirty Birds' first intermission report. Ben, what are your thoughts about the first period? How you think both teams performed coming off a long break?
You know, you always think about what you're going to say in the intermission report during the game, during the final minutes of the game, and 3 minutes left on the clock, you're thinking, man, Bowling Green's playing a really smart game, and then you take 3 penalties in the last 3 minutes. Luckily, you burn the 5-on-3. Now you're going to the second period with 1:54 left in, with another power play for Bryant. Besides that, I think Bowling Green I think both teams played a great. Besides the 4 penalties, 1 on Bryant and 3 on BG, I think both teams have played a great game, feeling each other out, seeing where it goes. As Bowling Green Falcons will head up behind us. Justin, what do you think about the first periods?
Well, I thought they looked really, really good. I thought Smalley looked dialed in. Everybody looked dialed in. They looked very, very good on the transition game. Just got to stay out of the box and keep playing the way you've been playing
Yeah.
in the second period.
As they come up behind us, it's a good start for the Falcons and the Bulldogs, and we'll see what happens in the next 20 minutes of gameplay. As I'm Ben Shanahan, this is Justin Chicatano. Anything else to say before we wrap up this intermission report?
I don't think so. I think I'm ready for the second to get started already.
All right. We'll see you in a few minutes.
And we are back for the start of the second period between the Bowling Green State Falcons and the Bryant Bulldogs. No score through the first 20 minutes, and Bryant will start on the power play for the first minute 54 of the second, barring any goals or other penalties. Shani, what do you think? What are your keys to the game here in the second? We talked about it a little bit, but if you want to emphasize, go into detail a bit, what do you think are some keys here for the Falcons here in the second period?
Well, I mean, you got to just do what you – that's kind of getting kind of distracted by our BG bench as they're putting ice on or snow on the ice to make sure they can play on it.
Smalley getting warmed up.
Sorry about that. Oh, no, I think first thing Bowling Green has to do is kill off this power play for the Bryant Bulldogs and then go back to playing your game. You had a great first period besides those couple penalties, you played a great first. You got to find the back of the net, obviously, and that's probably going to come from that first line. And we've seen that first line have many chances. Bryant's goal has been pretty good so far. Smalley's been pretty good himself. But the first thing I do for Bowling Green, the minute 54 power play needs to be killed off, and then you go back to 5-on-5, and you got to stay out of the box. Justin, what do you think they need to do?
Well, I mean, they did a great job getting into the offensive zone in the first period. The transition game was great, and also disrupting all the rushes for Bryant. They did a great job there. But one thing I talked about it with Jack Messenger is you have to be able to set up chances, and that is cleared out of the crease. You have to be able to cycle it around and have a plan with it once you get it into the zone. As that puck bounces up in the air, glove down, it's loose, and a hand pass is called as they would get into the offensive zone and then they wouldn't be able to generate anything. So that has to change. You have to have some sort of plan or formation once they get into the zone. Got to be able to work it around the zone and get chances on net. But yeah, other than that, I thought they had a great first period and just keep on doing what they're doing. And they look fast. Both teams look very quick.
Yeah, both teams look like they never had a break at all.
Mm-hmm. And now Denal being washed there, gets over to Gray. Gray pass across Nelson. Nelson pass up. They're not really treating this like a penalty kill.
No, not at all.
Now Denal with a great takeaway there. Tries to backhand it out, but he was stick check and is kept in. Pass across at the circle. Now a shot on, saved by Smalley, and he holds it.
But to be honest, when you said they were treating it like a penalty kill, it didn't seem like Bryant was treating it like a power play either. It was kind of a weird 10-second stretch there as it just looked like 5-on-5 hockey. But still 5-on-4 for another minute and 1 second. 19:06 left in the second period. We still have 2 goose eggs on the board.
Now Bryant wins the draw back. It's across at the near circle. Harchie tried to poke it away, and it goes in deep. That's off the boards, and now it's taken out, and the net comes off as the faceoff will leave the zone.
And there's some home field advantage for Bowling Green as they know how the net falls off a lot.
Yep.
Shout out Adam Simon.
Very, very familiar thing that happens a lot. I don't like it.
No, I don't like it either.
Yeah,
I'd rather play hockey.
Like it. Yep. Then the face-off won back that time by Reynolds. And it went all the way back down as O'Connor was able to play it away. 40 seconds to go in the power play, 18:45 to go in the second period. Now it's spun back over to Bisson. Bisson's still waiting with it. Now pass across. As ridden to the boards there was Bishop. Now pass across as Bisson will take it in. Bisson threw it on net and a save made. And it's cleared all the way back down by Papuanu. Great clear there by Mikey Papuanu. And now Bishop takes over. Long pass up the ice. Reynolds has it. It was poked away from him there, but he gets it back. Now Reynolds moves in. Made a move there. Pass across, and it was at the feet of Vaughn as he could not settle it down, as he would have had a wide open net if he was able to settle that puck down. And now it's loose in the crease. Papuanu tries to clear, and he gets it over to Zeeble. Zeeble pass across. Horvath with speed. He moves in, and he was poked off the puck there. Great poke check there by the Bryant defenseman, Jake McKenzie. Now back in the corner. Bertzlaff giving chase. It is Bertzlaff. Sarnowski with a great poke there as he was able to negate the rush. Pass across, and off of Bertzlaff's blade and into the zone. Now storming back into neutral ice where Klein will take over. Klein off the boards, off a Bertzlaff stick, and Klein will go back to get it again. Klein throws it around. Horvath off the boards. Bertzlaff giving chase. He's taken away from him and thrown back into the zone. Sarnowski takes over there. The Pittsburgh native had it taken off his stick, and now Bertzlaff takes over, and a lot of battling going on here in neutral ice as no team can really get a definitive rush. The shot thrown on, save made by O'Connor. Out the long shot from neutral ice by Horvath. Sarnowski stops the clear attempt. And Bryant will take back over as McKenzie has it. Pass up and a pass across as it's brought in here by Bishop. Bishop shoots, save made by Smalley. Great save there by the freshman goaltender. That pass back out to the point was disrupted by Odell, and the shot on tipped. It's loose there and wasn't able to be settled down, and the save made by Smalley. Still loose at the side of the net. And Sarnowski throws it around. And it's kept in by the Falcons, or by the Bulldogs, excuse me. And now McKenzie shoots, and that one went high and wide. All the way back around, kept in, though. Shooty chops at it, but it's kept in. Going towards the net, and it was tipped off of Klein, and he may have gotten the piece of it. Smalley, that is. Bryant still has the puck as they're working it, and now Odell will try and take it out, and he does. And that big chance for Bryant, that was a huge chance. Now a break pass. Now Kerr moves in on a breakaway. Heads on in, and a big save made there by O'Connor. And another breakaway stretch pass was blocked off by BG. Now as Bryant was looking for a breakaway back the other way. Action, lots of action here in this last about a minute and a half. Now brought in, shot on, glove save by Smalley, and he holds it. As we got a great angle of that shot by Donnie McNeese. 15:26 to go in the second. Still no score between BG and Bryant.
That was a great pass by Odell, but I'd like to go back to that Smalley save. He was backwards, gave his back to the puck, somehow spun around and barely got a piece of that last one of those first ones when Bryant had a lot of firing pucks at him.
Shot on, and that one went off of Smalley and off the post. Smalley got a little piece of it, and it went right off the post. Now break pass wide of Ferry, racing after it, and icing is called. Wow. I don't know about that one.
That's a tough one. As this stadium,
and Ferry's talking to the official.
I think Ferry beat him down, but you know you can only do what the refs say.
And the faceoff will stay at the same circle as last time. Deneau will take the draw for BG. He will take it against Reynolds, and he wins it back. Goes back behind the net. Nelson trying to get to it, and he does, but his pass was taken away. Heads towards Papuanu, and Papuanu gets to it, and a backhand pass leaves the zone, and a chip pass up to Deneau. Deneau trying to get to it. Now Ferry too, and that could have been a break for Deneau, but the pass was just blocked off, and it just didn't get to him. Got just enough of it to block off the pass. The Bryant player did. And now Smalley will settle it down. Back behind the net, Gray battling for it there with Reynolds. Now it comes around. Gray will take over, and a pass up, and this could be a 2-on-1. Papuanu and Ferry racing up. Papuanu, pass across. And Ferry got tied up there, and the pass also was deflected. Now Gray has it. Gray, pass in the middle. Ferry waits. He shoots, and now got blocked off, and the rebound went wide. And now Deneau waits. Deneau check there. Puts it in front. It's loose there, and it will be taken out by the Bulldogs. And this could be a 2-on-1 back the other way. It's brought up by the Bulldogs. Now pass across was blocked off. And a great play there. The pass in front, and they score. And they never quit on the play, and that is Matt Hulse on the goal for Bryant. And they strike first. And it was only a matter of time before either one of these teams scored. I mean, they've had so many chances here through the first 5:58. And Smalley got a piece of that shot, I believe. Either that or it was fanned on a little bit. But, man, that was some back-and-forth action. Crazy back-and-forth action by both teams.
Yeah, for the first 5 minutes, 58 seconds, if you just tuned into this game, you tuned in at the right time.
There was
this was awesome.
Not much of that in the first.
No,
it was not much of that.
It was a chess game at the first. Now it's a shootout. As both teams had great chances, but Bryant's the first one to bury it.
Kerr, Rudo, Dubendorfer, Tiggs, and Harchie out there for the Falcons. And the officials talking the scorer's table, maybe going over who is going to get the assist. Roberts will take the face-off against Kerr. And it's one back by Roberts. Now thrown up, off the stick of Tiggs, rolls in. Smalley is able to settle it down and backhand one around. Now it's taken back over by Bryant. Shot thrown on towards the net, and it got blocked off. Now Dubendorfer. Pass up and it went past Rudo. Now Kerr will take over. Kerr moves in. Kerr taken down there, and he was still able to get it in front, and a penalty is called, and BG will head to the power play for the first time in the second period. They will get the first power play for either team here in the second period.
Ball going to go to the box.
And it is going to be Nicholas Bisson on the penalty. So BG gets a second crack at the power play. They are 0 for 1 here in the game. Unit out there now. Kerr, Nelson, Horvath, Tiggs, and Rudo. Nelson is the centerman.
If you're Bowling Green, you gotta capitalize here.
Now Tiggs over to Horvath. Horvath pass in the middle. Now Tiggs pass across. Rudo shoots, save made there by O'Connor. In the corner, taken over there. Backhanded pass out was blocked off by Rudo. Not a pass, a clearing attempt, excuse me. Now Rudo has it. Rudo across. Tiggs at the point. Tiggs. Now Rudo. Backhand pass in deep. Kerr in the middle. Nelson, he found on the shot, and now it's loose and cleared out. As Horvath had a whack at it, but he was off balance as he got knocked off the puck. Now Smalley drops it off. Rudo takes over there, the Manasquan, New Jersey native.
Yeah, back in his native region for the weekend. As you are.
Sort of, about 4 hours away, give or take.
Well, it's a lot closer than Chicago. East
now
Coast.
Kerr has it. Now Rudo, pass across, Tiggs. Tiggs waits, great spin move there. Heads down, shoots, and that shot got deflected wide into the corner. Kerr, Rudo. Rudo's shot, blocked off. Now thrown around. Kerr will stop it up there. 40 seconds to go on the power play. Kerr goes back behind the net. He lost his balance as he goes sliding into the boards. Let's see if BG can regroup here. And that clearing attempt was blocked off. Now they will attempt to get it out again, and they do, as the first unit will come on for the last 20 seconds to see if they can get a chance here. A long pass up the ice. Denal tried to check it down, and he may have gotten a piece of it as icing was not called, and now it's clear all the way back down again, and that will do it for the power play. As Rudo will take over.
Nice move there.
Rudo pass across. Ferry chips it off the boards. Now it's thrown back in, and that does it officially for the power play. Now a chance here for Bryant. Pass in the middle. It's loose. Still loose, and now Gray has it. Gray, and he missed Rudo on the pass. Now Ferry racing after it. Ferry gets to it. Ferry waits, toe drags, and he was poked off the puck there. Great defensive play. Now it's worked up, and they pass across. Pass through the crease wide. Now Nitschke working his way down the ice. Still has it. Almost lost his balance. Still maintaining control and is able to get it in deep. Pass up the middle. Roberts has it now. Or excuse me, that is not Roberts. Roberts is 19. That is 9. Andrew Tieserman.
Who just got crushed by Harchie.
Arthur Simerman, excuse me, I read the wrong name. Now it's brought in. Jaros. Pass in the middle, went wide of Papuanu. Now Harchie puts it in deep. Now Bryant attempts to clear it, and they do. The puck goes all the way back down. And icing waved off. Now it's taken back over, and a shot on save made by Smalley. Now Denault chips off the boards and ran into a Bulldog there. That pass across. Shot towards the net, and it goes wide. And the Bulldogs will take over again. A great poke check there by Harchie, but the Bulldogs will maintain control in the zone. Pass off the boards. Denault tried to chip it out. It was chipped back into the corner. That pass down low. Now thrown back around. And the drop pass off for McNeese. He tries to play it from his knees, but he could not. Throw back out at the point, and it was almost lost, and Jarls could have had a break there. Now this could be a break here, and Denault breaks in on a breakaway. Chase Denault moves in on O'Connor, and a save by O'Connor. I don't know, could you tell if he got a shot off there?
No, I don't think so, but there's going to be a penalty on BG. A high sticking call. I don't know how.
High sticking call, yeah.
I don't know how and where that was, but I don't think he got a. I think he just waited. I think Denault right there just waited too long and just couldn't get a shot off. But from my angle, but I don't know.
Yeah, it's a brutal angle that we have.
Yeah, it's
I don't think there's a. So the puck was touched with a high stick. It wasn't a high stick.
Oh, okay.
The puck was touched with a high stick.
My bad. I thought they were sending a guy to a box.
And I mean, right there, like that's who you want on the breakaway there. You want Denault on the breakaway.
And we've seen that so many times of him just doing something incredible, but that time just does not go. We're still 1-0.
That's brought back in. Solari's shot, save made, and the rebound, and that one got deflected wide. Now Nishke's able to play it out. And he got running too hard there, but he's able to stay up. And Sarnaski got knocked down hard there, and a penalty is called. And that will be a cross-checking penalty, I believe, as Sarnaski got taken down hard. And waiting for the official signal as his hand is still up. And waiting. Still waiting.
Sarnowski looks to be shaken up.
And it is going to be Adam Solari that will receive the penalty. Thank you, Colin, for that information. Thank you for working camera. And Zach Simbro is on the scoreboard today. Thank you, guys, so much. Appreciate it. And what is taking so long? Hopefully there's an explanation soon.
Sarnaski does look to be shaken up. We hope he's okay.
No, yeah, hopefully he's okay. He was able to make it
to the bench.
Yeah, to the bench. So
2 minutes. That's an all's chirping the fans back.
And the officials talking with BG captain Adam Bertzlaff.
I don't really understand what the confusion is.
Yeah, well, I mean, as soon as Sarnowski got cross-checked into the boards, I mean, both hands went up. Both officials' hands went up.
Unless they're debating about kicking him out of the game.
No,
as I think
I don't know. I mean, like it wasn't really a dangerous hit. If it was a bit closer to the boards, it could have been considered a dangerous hit. There's 2 minutes up on the scoreboard, so
5-on-4.
Yeah, 2 minute 5-on-4. Denault, Papuanu, Nitschke, Gray, and Ferry out. They didn't get any action on the last power play, so let's see what they can generate here. As the faceoff was won back by Bryant, and the clearing attempt goes towards Ferry. He was not able to keep it in. Now this could be a chance here, and a penalty is called, and that will do it for the power play. And now it'll be 4-on-4, as I believe Ferry will be going to the box for holding. That's that I believe. I mean,
yeah, no,
what
I
else
believe
would
that's the call, but
yep.
I don't know if I believe.
Yep, Ferry. Yep, Cole Ferry for holding. So the power play lasts 18 seconds,
and that's something you can't do if you're Bowling Green. That's the call, but I don't know if I agree with it there. I mean, if he held him for maybe a second. I don't know what your opinion is on it, Justin. I don't want to be the guy that's complaining about the ref.
I mean, it's a tough call. It's the same thing as we talked about, and I forgot what call it was, but it was some call in the last period where it's 50-50, and he chose to call it that time. So they'll play 4-on-4 for the next minute 37, and then there will be an 18-second power play for Bryant, barring any penalties, as that clearing attempt or dumping attempt goes off the very, very low ceiling of this arena.
Yeah, it does not look like any light bulbs could be broken, though. Justin's throwing any of the weird action we see at Slater Family Ice Cream with the low roof.
As you guys can tell on the broadcast, we're not very high, but right now I am currently touching the ceiling.
No, yeah.
So we're not very high up, but yeah, this is a very, very low arena. The ceiling is very, very low. A pass thrown up. Reynolds is racing after it. Was back behind the net. Tiggs battling for it there. He chips it along. Denal racing after it. And there's a lot more open ice now, so let's see what they can work with. Denal moves in, and offsides is called. And that was a
very late
very late offside. It was almost as if, like, he brought it into the zone. The entire Bryant bench yelled off, and then they called offsides.
Yeah, that's what it looked like. But, that's just coincidence,
Mm-hmm. I saw the hang go up. It was just a late whistle.
Yeah, took too big of a deep breath, I guess.
Denal wins the face-off back over to Gray. Gray pass over to Tiggs. Tiggs is able to avoid the official there. He throws it off the board. Saucer pass towards Gray, and he wasn't able to knock it down. That pass was coming in hot and high. Now it's brought in by Walsh. Walsh ridden into the boards hard there by Tiggs, and now they're really going after it.
Tiggs got to calm down here.
And Tiggs is going to take a penalty there for cross-checking.
As I said, Tiggs has to calm down there. You can't do that.
Now Walsh has it. Walsh backhand pass at the boards, and now they're playing 5-on-4. Now shot on, and that may have been tipped wide. Swallow may have gotten a piece of it with the left pad, not sure. Can you get a good angle of it? Now pass across. Now down low, pass in the middle, and that got tipped up, and they're still working it around. And a pass back, and it goes towards the empty net, but it's going to go wide. Oh, that would have been really something. And the Bryant player took a tumble back behind the net, and they will still maintain control as right as Denal touched the puck, the Bryant minor penalty ended. So it'll be 5-on-3 for 18 seconds.
And, if you're Nick Tiggs, yeah, you can battle in the boards. You can't do that. That was a clear cross-checker boarding. Any day of the week, he'll go to the box for 2 minutes.
And, giving your team more time to work on the power play is, what I think it's a big key here because, so far on the power play, they've looked good. They're cycling the puck around, keeping the puck in the zone, but they're not getting any shots on net. So, and the more work they get on the power play, the more lanes I think they'll find. But taking penalties, you can't give your team any time to work on it. So it'll be shouldn't it be 5-on-3? I believe it should be 5-on-3.
Yeah, it should be for 18 seconds.
Yeah, it should be 5-on-3 for 18 seconds. I don't want it to be, but yeah, the officials were talking. It should be we can figure this out. It should be 5-on-3 for 18 seconds, and then for 142, it should be a 5-on-4.
Yeah,
barring any goals. Yeah.
That's on the scorers table. You got to. I think it's because it only has one power play.
No, yeah, they got
on
confused,
the scoreboard,
yeah.
So that's confusing.
Yes, there we go.
There we go.
So Rudo's going to head off. And it'll be 5-on-3 for the next 18 seconds, and then after that 142, it'll be 5-on-4. Kerr on the draw. And the Bryant crowd here getting riled up.
Yeah, neutral site as Bowling Green is technically home in this game, but obviously Bryant has the fan advantage.
And the puck kept in, shot, and it is swallowed up by Smalley off the shot from Reynolds.
About a 2-hour drive versus a 12-hour drive from Bowling Green, Ohio, as the home team is much further from the rink than the away team is, as we'll have that reversed in Rhode Island on Sunday.
Walsh and Kerr on the draw. Walsh wins it back. Played at the point. Pass across. The pass in the middle, and it went just past Reynolds. And he's ridden into the boards hard there by Kerr. Now Walsh takes over. Walsh there by Harchie. Kerr racing in after, tried to get to it. Now it's loose in front, pass across, and it could not be handled there by Walsh as he lost it in his skates. And now Nelson trying to battle for it there, and it's still kept in now. Now Kerr has it, and Kerr clears all the way back down, and is now 5-on-4.
And I think that was Bryant, or Bowling Green got away with one there as Bryant took an extra pass.
You got to just get the puck out as quick as you can.
Right in front of Smalley, and might have saved the goal there. You know, Smalley's a very good goalie. We don't know.
Now brought back in. Holtz has it now. Holtz has the only goal in the game. Pass out. Reynolds has it now. Reynolds spins back in the corner, back out at the point. And he gets it back. Heads towards the point, pass across. Taken there by McKenzie. And the one-timer save made by Smalley with the pad. Great save there. Now at the point again. Shot there, and that one was tipped just wide. And that shot was tipped back behind the net. Horvath battling for it. And he throws it out. DDD pass, shot on, deflected. It's loose in the crease and cleared out of there by Nelson as there was a yawning cage open there, and as Nelson was just able to clear it out. And it's still kept in, though. Reynolds moves in, rolls in on Smalley, and covers it up.
Massachusetts native Colin Nelson just saved a goal right there. Oh, New Hampshire native, rather. My apologies.
14 seconds to go in the power play. And, man, there have been some high-quality chances for Bryant on this power play. This has been a very eventful period.
Yeah, it's been much more entertaining than the first, chance-wise.
Now Klein tries to clear, but it's kept in. Shot on, and they score. Shot from the point by McKenzie. And that shot had eyes, and it beats Smalley glove side. Power play goal makes it 2-0 Bryant.
Yeah. And that'll make it that'll bring it back to full strength. That's why you can't take those penalties. Now you're fighting a 2-0 game versus a 1-0 game. As I was saying, Nelson's entire Nelson, it seems like Nelson big crowd tonight. A lot of his family members came out for the game. So we met them at a snack shack.
They face off one back by Bryant. Tipped in. Klein goes in to get it. It was taken off of him, and now it's loose. Odell chasing after it. Odell's able to get to it. Now Jaros, he lost it. Now Sarnowski trying to get to it, but it was taken away from him. Now worked up by Loftus as he took a hard hit there. Now Schutte had it taken off of him. It goes past Klein. Now it goes towards Jaros, and he's able to tip it out. Thrown back in by the Bulldogs.
If you're Bowling Green, you got to be aggressive, but you can't be too aggressive. You can't take another penalty here. It seems like they've come out a lot more aggressive, down 2-0 than most of the game so far.
Now Sarnowski's pass went in front of Klein, and now it's taken back over by Bryant. Shot on, save made with the pad by Smalley. Backhander in front, it's loose there, and cleared out. And kept in, though. Pass across, and a shot on, and a save made there by Smalley. I believe he got a piece of it from that bad angle shot. Now thrown around. Kept in, though. Now Sarnowski. Pass over to Odell. Odell banks it off the boards, trying to get to it. And then it's thrown back in. Klein races in to go get it. Klein throws it around. Kept in, though. And it's worked back in, and this big save made there by Smalley with the pad. And the clearing attempt is kept in. Now thrown around. A big check there by Odell, and now Denault will take it out. Denault, great move there. Heads down the ice, and another great move. So he dumps it in as BG was in the middle of a line change. Under 3 minutes to go in the second now. Bryant with a 2-0 lead, scoring both goals here in the second. Now poke check there by Ferry. Now it's worked out. And dumped back in. And went off the official, and now Denault will take back over and try and get something working. Denault moves in, and now Ferry tried to backhand one in deep, but it was blocked off, and now thrown back out of the zone. Now worked up here by Reynolds. Reynolds tries to make a move, but Gray was able to take it off of him. Gray pass across, Tiggs. Back over to Gray. Gray pass up the middle, and now Denault brings it in. Denault takes a slap shot, heads on in, throws it in front, and it's cleared out of there. Now pass up. Now brought in by the Bulldogs. Gray made a good defensive play there to negate the rush. Now it's brought back in as that's Hulse. Now he drops it off. Now Hulse trying to get to it, but he could not. as that was Simerman bringing it in, and see it was poke check. Now in front and went past the Bryant forward. That was Wholesome front. Now pass across. Simerman has it there. Pass across over to McKenzie. McKenzie's shot went just wide. And that shot was blocked off by Denal. And it comes over to Gray. Gray off the glass, works it up. Papuanu trying to get to it. It's thrown back in. And Tiggs throws it all the way around. And Denal waits with it. Backhands one into the middle, and Gray couldn't get to it. Now it's brought back in. Top shot fake, and now a poke check there by Denal. Great defensive play there by the BG forward. Now Tiggs chops at it, loose in the crease, and Gray will take over there. Under a minute to go now here in the second period. Pass out, went over the stick of Papuanu. Now Tiggs puts it back in as BG will make a change, and they're going to do it fast. And the pass up, and I believe that was Roberts who missed the pass.
PG got away with one there. As now they'll have an icing.
.40 to go in the second. As BG will put the line of Bertzlaff, Horvath, and Nishke out there, and the defensive pairing of Nelson and Harchie. Horvath on the draw, and he wins it back. Nitschke, over to Harchie, now back over to Nitschke, and now Bertzlaff takes over. Board pass, now Harchie. Harchie's fan on the shot, and now it could be a break chance, but the Bulldog fan on the shot, and now a penalty is called, and that is going to be Cam Horvath, I believe, heading to the box, or no, it's going to be Nitschke heading to the box.
I don't know what the call was there.
It's going to be tripping, I think.
It's trip? Okay. Yep.
I mean, I can't see them calling anything else.
Bowling Green out of the box, 22 seconds left. That's another start of a period.
And that's, I mean,
on a man advantage.
That's another late power play. And, like, I don't want to say it. You might be able to get what I'm hinting at here. Like, it's another late power play in the, or another late penalty in the period. But it's not really, like, the same thing as the last one. As if maybe it's not a penalty. Oh, yeah, I guess I called it back. Because they have 5 guys on the ice.
And I don't know what happened there. Maybe.
Yeah, what they blow the whistle for? And I saw Nishke get into the box, and now he's back out onto the ice. I don't know. Maybe they called it back.
Missed call, I guess. After discussion, you love replay review, especially when we know of replay. We'll take it. 5-on-5.
And they work for it, and now it's brought out, and thrown out as Reynolds pass across in the middle. Walsh couldn't get to it. Horvath trying to get to it. 8 seconds to go as he brings it on in. Horvath with speed moves in. Horvath pass in the middle, and the one-time pass on the saucer pass was fanned on. The one-time shot on the saucer pass was fanned on by Bertzlaff, and that will do it for the period as we will head right into the Dirty Birds' second intermission report.
Yeah, and I mean, 2 goals by Bryant, a very different feel going into this third period, but if you're Bowling Green, you've come back from worse. I mean, you were down 3-0 to Michigan at Yost, so it's not a home game for Bryant, but very lucky or very capable of coming back from this game as you do have talent. You got to calm down, relax, stop taking penalties, and use the advantages when you get them. Justin, what do you think the Falcons have to do?
Just stay out of the box, and also they had chances in that period, but they were giving Bryant too much room in the offensive zone, and I mean, all the clearing attempts were kept like whenever you have a chance to get the puck out, make sure you get it out. Don't just like try and toss it out like wherever. Get it out, stay out of the box, and yeah, I mean, just they have a hill to climb, but it's very possible. But they have to get out to a quick start in the third period.
And stay tuned to see what happens next as we have 20 minutes left of regulation. We will see you to start the third period.
And we are back for the start of the third period between the Bryant Bulldogs and the BGSU Falcons, BGSU Clubbers. So we saw Bryant score 2 goals in the second period to take a 2-0 lead, one at even strength and one on the power play. And BG has 20 minutes to answer back. And I'll ask you the same question again. You went over a couple keys during the intermission report. Emphasize on one thing. What do you think is the most important thing here in the third period for BG?
I think BG's running to a hot goal right now. They're getting in their own heads. If you bury one, then I think more will follow, and you're only down 2 goals, you know. We said a 2-0 lead's the most dangerous lead in hockey. Everybody says that. So if you can bury one, then hopefully some other goals come after it. You just gotta relax and play your game. What do you think?
I mean, like, convert all the chances that you can get and be able to work the puck around in the zone. And also, I mean, like that's all well and good, doing both those things, but you have to stay out of the box.
Yeah, that too.
And the shot goes off the outside of the net, and you have to stay out of the box at all costs. You cannot take any penalties in this period. You can't afford to be shorthanded any of these 20 minutes here in the third. You're going to be able to play either even strength or up a man for the whole period. And now break chance for Denali, moves it in on a breakaway. And a big save made there by O'Connor, and he lost his stick. And Ferry's dumping attempt was deflected up and over the glass. And Denali got that puck. He didn't have much room to maneuver, but he was still able to make a great move. But it was a better save by O'Connor there.
As we almost lost our camera guy to a flying puck, Tyler Doe almost got crushed in the head. Thank God he's okay. Instagram would be a mess.
Horvath on the draw. Now, big drive and off the post. Big drive there by Tiggs as it rang off the post. And offside is called, as I am actually going to agree with that call. That puck did leave the zone.
It's hard to see the blue line. I missed it personally.
I don't know how I was able to see a little bit of white between the black and the blue. A little bit of white.
Your bet is better than mine. You blink and you miss stuff in this league. You know, there's no replays.
Hopefully, we'll have replays eventually.
Yeah,
that's what I'm hoping for. At some point, not while I'm here though.
Oh, big crush and blow!
Big hit there by Tiggs.
Scores box.
And Horvath racing in after it, moves in, drop pass, and Burslaff lost the puck there as he was knocked off, or knocked down. Excuse me, knocked off. Now it's thrown back in by Tiggs as he got a piece of it. Now Ziegler has it. He's washed there by Tiggs. Great pressure there by the Iowa native. But Ziegler was able to maintain control. And Bryant is able to clear the zone. Goes past Harchie. Harchie spins back. They chip it out, and it goes past Horvath. And taken back by the Bulldogs now. And the DDD pass went wide of the Bulldog, and he lost his stick.
There's 2 sticks on the ice.
His stick was following him for a second. And the puck goes towards the blue line, and that is Zeeble who chooses to retreat. And the shot thrown on from the neutral zone is saved by Smalley with the blocker. Pass thrown up, it goes off of Kerr, and now Dubendorfer has it. Dubendorfer throws it in. Go ahead.
As there's sticks everywhere on the ice, I mean, you could tell we're missing our equipment manager, Jack Orrs, is that we almost, I don't know who that was.
That was Kerr.
Almost flattened a guy.
Kerr really put his hip out there.
I mean, if he would have got a hold of him, that would have been maybe a Sports Center hit right there.
That puck leaves the offensive zone, the Bryant offensive zone. Now Zeeble takes over. And right now I see 3 other forwards on the ice and Zeeble, so maybe Zeeble got moved back to defense. And the shot, and that one got deflected just wide. So I'm not sure what that went off of, but now Zeeble has it. Pass in the middle was blocked off. He was looking for Rudo. Wraparound chance, save, and it's covered up by O'Connor as Rudo went in there hard to go try and get the puck if it was loose, but it was covered up by O'Connor. 16:30 to go here in the third period. Bryant still leads 2-0. And the faceoff will be at the near circle. Kerr, Rudo, and Dubendorfer are the forwards on the ice, along with Nelson and Gray on defense.
Bryant will change their entire forwards on the ice.
Pissed off one back by BG. Dubendorfer trying to get to it. Comes in the slot. And Kerr couldn't settle it down, and now it's brought out by Holst. Now thrown back in towards the net, and saved by O'Connor. And now played by Bryant. Reynolds banks it off the boards. And it went past his teammate, and now Gray has it. Gray spins. Banks it off the boards. And taken back here by Bryant as they work it up. A great poke check there by Nelson. And the Concord, New Hampshire native works it out. And now Kerr waits with it. Puts it in front, and that went just wide of the golden bullet, Jake Dubendorfer. Are you going to trademark that, golden bullet?
If I was making money off of these ACHA broadcasts, I would love to trademark stuff. That'd be awesome.
And that was a great move there by Rudo as his shot got blocked off. And now Kerr has it. Kerr moves in. Around the net, he takes it. Puts it in front. Rudo waits, shoots, and that one went just wide. And that was Jaros that got taken down in front of the net. And thrown in deep. Jaros goes in to get it. Whacks at it. Now Kerr has it. Kerr tried to get it into the middle over to Rudo, but it was blocked off.
We've seen this before. Jaros is angry. He's starting to hit everything that's not in cream jerseys.
Now, and a big hit there as he was able to knock down the Bulldogs. He didn't get all of them, but he still went down.
Yeah, he is a big boy, and he is a strong dude, John Jaros. And, yeah, I mean, back to the Golden Bullet nickname, just such a funny situation by a joke that was misquoted.
Now thrown back in deep. It goes wide of Ziegler. Odell racing in to go get it. It's thrown around as it went past a couple of Bulldogs. And now Schutte with a big hit on the boards. Great job finishing your check there by the Strongsville native, Jake Schutte. Now it's kicked out by Harchie, and the puck leaves the zone. Now pass across. Ziegler has it now, and Ziegler will throw it in. It goes wide of the net. Takes has it now. Takes banks it off the boards. Now Harchie will work it out, and somebody got taken down back behind the net. And a penalty is called. And that will be, I believe, interference.
On Tiggs?
Yeah, they're going to call it interference on Nick Tiggs.
That's a brutal penalty.
Yeah, it's a tough break. Because, I mean, they had some good looks. And the third line, they had some really good looks there. Rudo had that one chance, and also Kerr as well, and Deneau had the breakaway for the first line earlier in the period. Like, they've had their chances. It's like it's deflating when something like this happens on unfortunate circumstance. Now Ziba will take it away, and they'll leave it off for Deneau. Deneau moves in. Deneau tried to chip it along, but he lost it. Now it's taken back over by Walsh. Walsh chipped it to himself at the boards. Poked out there by Schutte. Now taken out. Deneau trying to race after it, but it went past him. And the Bulldogs will get reset. Now chopped at, and Deneau tried to chip it along to himself again, but it was blocked off. And here comes Walsh. Walsh. Chip pass. Now back at the point, that's Reynolds. Reynolds back over, and now at the circle. 1:08 to go on the man advantage. 13:20 to go here in regulation. Spin back in the corner. Zeeble trying to get to it, and he does. And his clearing attempt was just kept in there by McKenzie, who has a goal in the game for Bryant. Ferry trying to chop at it. Now Walsh, big drive there, went wide. So he may have been looking for a tip there as there were a couple guys in front. Now Deneau banks it off the boards. He was running too hard there. Now it's brought back in. A pass across, and a great move there, and a great save made by Smalley, and the rebound hops over the net, and he made an insane save there. What a save, and that shot went off of Smalley as well. And I mean, like, to make a save in the splits going, like, he was going from, it was, let me see, he was going from our angle, from left to right, and he was able to make the save to his left. That was an unbelievable save. Great flexibility there from the freshman goaltender. Go ahead, you were going to say something.
And like we said, he's a true freshman. He's just a brilliant talent, Jack Smalley. And I mean, man, I don't know. I know we say this about every time we see him take the ice, but that might be the best save we've seen him make in a Bowling Green uniform. He's just a highlight reel player.
I mean, there have been so many. I don't know.
I don't even remember anymore, you know?
12:07 to go in the third as the faceoff will come into the BG offensive zone.
It's the best save in 2023, at least for Jack Smalley, I'd say.
Well, it has to be.
I'm glad you picked up on that one late.
I'm focused. I'm focused on the game. And now Gray shot, loose in the crease, or in the slot, excuse me, and now it's taken out. Long pass up. This could be a break chance, but they were able to close it down. And now it's still loose, though, and now the puck pops over into the corner. And it is very hard to see the angles here. Now, break chance for Nitschke. He moves in. He shoots. Save made by O'Connor. Yeah, as I was saying, whenever the puck goes down the ice and there's a weird bounce, it is very, very difficult to see what happens exactly. Great move there by Nelson. Wraparound chance, loose in front, and the net came off. I'm not sure if it was O'Connor or something else and knocked the net off there. I don't know.
I think it was O'Connor's right blade. I think I just hit the post when he was trying to make a split.
Yeah, he went to go stretch, as that was Nelson who tried to wrap it around.
Yeah, great attempt by the freshman, Colin Nelson.
Horvath on the draw for BG, and he wins it back over to Nitschke, and now Harchie has it. Harchie, now Nitschke. And this pass got blocked off. Now Bryant trying to take back over. He's kept in the zone. Great play there by Harchie, or no, it was not.
I believe they're going to call offsides.
Yeah, they're going to say delayed offside. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I thought he kept it in. I mean, it's hard to tell. The puck was airborne. It's hard to tell.
That blue line is so faint on the ice.
It is.
From our angle, at least.
Now pass across. Was taken away. And here come the Bulldogs back the other way. Great defensive play by Tiggs to negate the rush. And now Horvath takes it. Makes it off the boards. Bursaff will get to it first. Bursaff has it in the corner. Now it's taken over by Ziegler. Now it's played back behind the net in deep. Now it's thrown back down. Kerr will get to it.
That'll be icing.
I don't believe it's icing. No, yeah, that wasn't icing.
Oh, my apologies.
Yeah. I didn't think it was icing. They're calling something. Maybe they're going to call a penalty. I don't know. And I think they're calling too many men. Me and the guys here in the here in the booth. That's our best guess.
Yeah.
And Dubendorfer lost his stick as he went for the stick check, and he picks it back up.
Dubendorfer very lucky he didn't get called for a slash there. Sometimes when you throw that stick, you take a tic-tac call, but there's no call there, luckily for the Falcons.
And Zeebel's able to clear it back down. Almost halfway through the period. BG's had their chances. BG's had their chances here in the period, but they've been shorthanded. This is now their second penalty kill here in the period.
And if you're trying to come back from 2 with 20 minutes left, it's just so hard to do that as Dubendorfer loses his stick again.
And now he really lost it as it's out of the zone. Well, Zeebel clears, and that'll give him a chance to go get it. And now the Bryant player kicks it further away from the zone. And the official picks it back up, but he went off the ice, so it doesn't matter anymore.
Great no-hand play by the Golden Bullet.
Now shot on, save made by Smalley, but it's kept in. Pass across, and the shot there saved by Smalley as he came really far out there to stop it. And Rudo's attempt was blocked, obviously really wound up there. And great clear there, but I believe that was Kerr.
Yeah, Kerr's throwing his body all over the ice tonight.
Now brought in. Shot on, and they score. What a shot there by Walsh. Unreal shot. And the second power play goal of the game for Bryant, and that makes it 3-0.
Like we said, that's why you cannot give up a power play when you're down 2-0 in the third period. It's hard enough to come back. You give them an advantage, they take it.
my apologies. I'm not sure if that's Walsh or Bourne, as there are 2 number 10s listed on Bryant's roster. Walsh, Bourne, I don't know. So Bourne or Walsh gets the goal.
Congratulations to them.
Horvath stand on the shot as the puck was bouncing. And that'll be taken out by the Bulldogs. And poked out there by Nelson. But the Bulldogs will maintain control. And I think now, I mean, they've already been doing it, but now is when you really have to start taking chances here. Start being a lot more aggressive. I mean, like they already are being aggressive, but here is when you like bring an extra guy in.
It's do or die.
Odell moves in, he shoots, and a great save made there by O'Connor. Great shot there from the Florida freshman.
Odell came so close from his first ACHA goal right there. Just great, better save by O'Connor.
He's had quite a few chances so far
Tampa
this season.
native freshman.
A shot on was blocked off by Gray.
These folks moved out to Perrysburg as soon as he came to school in BG.
Ferry tried to race after it, but it was knocked off of him, and another penalty is called, and BG will be penalized again, and it will be Ferry heading to the box again. And, I mean, I want to say it's for slashing.
It was. I saw the call.
Yeah. Yep. So, another power play here with 8:12 to go in the third.
3-0 in the third.
Denal, Papuanu, Tiggs, and Harchi are the penalty killers. The puck is dropped. Papuanu has it. And he tries to clear but could not. And now Bryant clears his own on their own.
They take advantage when you get them, I guess, for Bowling Green.
Yep. Now brought in by them. And now here's a break chance for Denal. Moves in, shorthanded, and he scores! First goal of the game scored by Chase Denal, and it's shorthanded, and that cuts the lead down to 2 with 7:43 to go here in the third.
And that's exactly what you need for Bowling Green on the power play. I mean, great shorthanded goal, and it's kind of been for both Bowling Green hockey teams. If you didn't catch a D1 game, Bowling Green won 3-2 on 2 shorthanded goals, or 4-2 rather, with 2 shorthanded goals. It's been a night for shorthanded goals in Bowling Green State University hockey all around. Bowling Green down 2 now, 3-1 as the scoreboard in the arena finally gets updated. Still a minute 32, 5-on-4.
Denal on the draw against Bourne or Walsh. And this one back by, I don't know. I don't know who it is.
We'll try to figure that out before next.
I've been saying Walsh all game, so I'm going to keep on saying Walsh. Walsh brings it in, makes a move, and he got poke check there. And now Bryant trying to get set up. Now pass across. And that cross-crease pass was blocked off by Harchi. Harchi still trying to battle for it. And it goes off up the Denal. Denal heads back into the corner to kill time. Banks it off the boards, and we'll get to it. And now he spins. Makes some great moves here. Now Tiggs has it. Tiggs moves in. He shoots off the glove. Great shot there by Nick Tiggs. Now Tiggs waits with it, and he tried to put it in front, but it got blocked off. Now it's brought back in by Bryant. And Tiggs loses his stick now. Board battle now, and it's thrown in. And Tiggs will head off. And Gray will replace him as he lost his stick, as it is picked up. A puck thrown in deep, and that popped up in the air. Now Denal will try and skate it out. And he's got some room to move in. Denal waits. He shoots, and that shot got tipped up, and it came right towards us, as that actually kind of almost came in. It came into the booth. Heads up, Simbro.
Yeah, I know. My goodness. The whole upstairs jumped as.
And we're laughing it off here in the booth.
All we have is hockey glass up here. Above us, it doesn't clear as everybody hit the deck. We almost got a souvenir. That would have been a different moment.
Horvath's shot was saved by O'Connor. Great work there by Horvath to get a shot out there. And that will do it for the power play. 6:10 to go in the third. And BG only down by 2 again. Now they're back to where they started. Now Horvath shoots, and that one went wide.
And I think it's smart to mention that was a Bryant power play, even though how dominated it was by BG.
I would say BG had more chances than Bryant there.
Yeah, and they had a goal. Get on sides.
I heard that.
Yeah, sorry. I'm a fan first. That one just slipped out.
I think they heard that too. If I was able to hear it, they heard it.
My apologies to viewers at home. I've done that. That's Horvath that I told him to get on sides, and I did that in Nitschke in Michigan. That when I said it was the puck's behind you. You know, fan first, I guess. That one just
Horvath
got the best of me.
Nitschke over to Gray. Gray back to Nitschke. Down low, Birdside tried to pass it into the middle, but it was blocked off. And Nitschke lost his footing, but it's kept in though by Horvath, and he fanned in on the dump. He fanned on the dump attempt. Excuse me. Gray chops at it. Horvath chops at it now, and then that was Nitschke who lost his footing. Now Gray moves in. Now stirring in. Ziegler goes to get it. Ziegler throws it up. It goes off the boards all the way back down. And it was not touched, so icing is called. 5:01 to go in the third. And it's crunch time now for both teams. I mean, Bryant has to be thinking, they have a insurance goal. They got the insurance goal up by 2, but, BG's had so many chances here in the third. They have to be careful.
And if you were head coach Drew Harper, when do you start thinking about pulling Smalley down 2?
Definitely not for at least the next 2 minutes.
Yeah.
I would say start thinking about it around in between 2.5 and 3. I would say. Probably. I think that's a good time to look. If you obviously if you're down by 1, you want to wait longer.
Yeah.
But down by 2, and you've also been playing really well here in the third, so I would say start thinking about it soon.
Yeah, I know every coach is different. I just want to get your perspective on it.
I've seen coaches do it with 6 minutes left when they're down by 2. Now Kerr stops up, and he just lost the puck because he lost his footing there as well.
Yeah, I know Quinnipiac last year against Michigan in at D1 tournament pulled their goalie extremely early. There was 6 minutes left.
And icing called again. 4:14 to go in the third.
If you pull your goalie early, it works out. You're a genius. If it doesn't work out, you're a moron. So it's kind of a lose. It's kind of one of those things as a coach.
And I think right here, you got the guys who went out on the ice first line, and you got Tiggs with the great slap shot, and you got Harchie who can set up anybody from anywhere on the ice. Papuanu tries to control, and he's doing a great job there as he had the handle around 5 different, or the whole team basically. And Denol is able to knock it down. He tried to make a move. He was almost able to get to it as he tried to go through the entire Bryant team as Papuanu did. Now Papuanu with a great play there, and it's cleared all the way back down, and that will be icing again. So the puck is just bouncing around, and you're able to keep possession, but the bounces just don't seem to want to go their way right now. It's bouncing to them, but they're never able to get it cleanly off a bounce.
Yeah, can't really say much better than you did. I was trying to think of some insight to put there, but yeah, no, it's a weird ice tonight, especially in this third period, as no one can seem to get a grip with their skates and pucks bouncing everywhere.
Papuanu able to poke it in. He moves in. The backhander, I believe, that went off of O'Connor. Tiggs tried to whack at it to keep it in, but he missed it, and now it's brought in. Now a shot on, saved by Smalley. He was trying to play it with the stick. Now Harchie got knocked down there. He was able to play it around. Tiggs goes in to get it. And it goes near Ferry. Now poked at, and now Ferry has it. Ferry pass across, and now Denol will try and take it in. Denol moves in slowly. Moves in, trying to get to it, and he does. Now Odell has it. Odell over to Denol. Denol, pass in the middle, and a shot out, and off the post, it's loose in the crease. I don't know, and they're going to stop it. and they're going to stop play. And both our cameraman, Colin Dirkmatt, and our scoreboard operator, Zach Simber, are saying that it was in. And the officials blew the play dead immediately.
And they're going to – this is probably the biggest call of the game.
And there's nothing to review it.
I know. This is all going down to eyes. And
to review it.
Unfortunately, all of us have a great – I don't know if you're
initially I thought it went in, but I guess my brain stopped me from, and they're gonna call it a goal, and my brain stopped me from saying that it went in. I believe that's gonna be Zeeble on the goal. I'm not sure who got. I saw a righty got the puck and then shot it, and it was poked in again by a righty. I'm not sure.
Bryant.
Who got it? But Zeeble was first to the handshake line, so I want to assume it was Zeeble. So, with 2:46 to go in the third. It's a one-goal game.
Yeah, the find-away Falcons, it seems to be back. They need to get one more, and Brian is not happy. That bench is having a tough discussion with the ref.
Yeah, they're talking now.
I mean, wow, what a moment. I mean, that everybody in here, the Bowling Green fans, or Bowling Green staff and scratches and injured players are all just on this, all off their seats yelling it's a goal, and their view goes Bowling Green's way. It's 3-2, 2:46 left in this third period. We got nobody in the penalty box. And we'll have a face-off. Bowling Green down by 1 as they have come to fire as of late. Let's see if they can finish this one off.
I mean, might be a little weird saying this, but I mean, when do you think to pull the goalie? Because I would think as soon as you can get pressure in the zone, they've had trouble keeping the puck in as that puck goes up into the Bryant bench. So play will stop with 2:36 left to go. I mean, they've been having trouble maintaining possession in the zone. They've had no trouble getting it into the zone, but once they get in, they can't seem to maintain control. But here in the third, they've done a much better job with that. So I mean, when do you think? What do you think Coach Harper and also Coach Rischel are thinking?
I don't know now.
Was able to shoot, saving the rebound, and it hopped over the stick of Nitschke as he tried to corral it.
I don't know, with how bouncy the puck is, Justin, and now that you're only down by 1, maybe 1:30, I would think, pull the goalie. I mean, it's only a goal differential game now.
Now Horvath brings it in with speed. And he throws it in on net, and the goalie gloves it. And he was flying.
that would have been probably the craziest goal I ever saw as everybody jumped up to their feet as that puck just kind of seemed to be perfectly on net, but obviously goalie made a great save there, catching it.
And Horvath was coming in hot there.
Yeah, I mean, this team wants to win.
Very, very lucky that he didn't drop that. Face off one back by Bryant, and now Ziegler will take over, and he moves in. Under 2 minutes left to go now. Shot on, and that was blocked off, and a 6 save made there by Smalley. Now through the legs pass. Now pass across. Gray handles the puck. Moves in with it, still has it. And he lost the puck. Burslav chops at it. Now back at the point. Nelson, and he couldn't control it, and now it could be a break here towards the empty net, blocked off by Denal.
Great save by Denal there, saving the game as of late.
And Denal played it up, and it goes off the ceiling. Excuse me. Sorry. Sorry. Had to call that.
Oh, and Nelson just count the chickens
like
before they came home.
Everybody was in front of the net. There was so much traffic in front. If he was able to let that puck go, I don't think he knew he lost it.
Like we said, that
he got it and he tried to shoot it, but the puck was already off his stick. Now in the middle, shot on, and a save made there by Smalley, and a penalty is called on the Falcons.
And that's back-breaking, Justin.
Yeah, and that's really bad. That is definitely not what they needed. And it's going to be on Tiggs, I guess. He looks to be heading towards.
And that would be his third
box.
penalty of the game.
Holding is the call, I want to say. Let's see.
Are they calling it back again? No, Tiggs is in the box, right? Yeah, okay.
Oh, yeah, he's in there.
There's that weird angle, Justin.
Yeah,
you can see it.
We can see him, but
he's just sitting, whatever.
Now Ferry moves in. He's got a very dangerous shot. Has it in the corner, and he puts it in front, loose in the crease, and McKenzie will settle it down.
We're back to 5-on-5 now as Smalley went to the bench.
A long pass up. As the net is open now as we're playing 5-on-5. Big hit there by Zeeble. Now it's loose, and it comes out towards McKenzie. McKenzie looking, and he's going to just skate it back out. Now thrown towards the net, blocked out there by Ferry. Rudo now trying to get to it. They're going to blow the play dead. I'm not sure what they're calling.
Offsides?
I guess.
All right, I don't want to sound like I'm confused,
Yeah,
but
no,
Justin,
yeah,
I'm lost.
Yep, they're going to call offsides. Yep, face-off will come out of the zone. And I'm surprised we're not putting Smalley back in. I know there's only 30 seconds left, but still. The puck is loose. Now Zeeble trying to get to it, and he will. See, backhands one in deep. But it's taken right over by Bryant. And now it's loose, and it hops over the stick of Ferry. Zeeble pokes it back in, 24 seconds to go. Pass across, and now McKenzie. McKenzie, pass across, and taking over there, Zeeble. Pass in front, and it was blocked off. Zeeble got ridden off the puck there, and now Rudo to Denal. Denal to Ferry. Ferry waits, toe drag, and he got poked off the puck there, and it's poked out, and that is going to do it. Bryant will take the game 3-2.
And we'll go straight into our Dirty Birds postgame show, Justin, as Bryant wins 3-2, like you just said. What an entertaining third period.
Yeah, and the comeback falls just short.
And, I mean, that's why we said you can't take penalties in the third period when you're down. It ends up biting back to cost them. Very bouncy puck in the third, and as Bryant celebrates, Bowling Green will be back on the ice tomorrow at 5 p.m. in a different state, in Rhode Island.
Yeah, heading
the
to
first time I'm in Rhode Island.
I believe tomorrow we're at Portsmouth Abbey. Tomorrow against Roger Williams, and then on Sunday we'll be playing Bryant again, a nice rematch. And I mean, I'm excited for this game on Sunday now, but and also for the game tomorrow. But I mean, like again, I mean we use it as a it's kind of a scapegoat for a lot of games that we've called the penalties. I think did them in again.
Yeah.
Too many penalties, especially in the third. They took, 3 penalties in the third, and that one late in the last 2 minutes, that was backbreaking because when you think about it, they would have had so many more chances, but bad time. And, I mean, just regroup and get ready for another game tomorrow against also a very good team in Roger Williams.
Yeah, that's a tough finish right there. Yeah, you can't really say much more. I mean, that's a backbreaking one. There's 2 power play goals for Bryant, but we'll wrap this one up. I'm Ben Shanahan, my partner Justin Chicatano, head coach Drew Harper, team president Adam Bertzlaff, and everybody else for the club hockey team. We'd like to thank you for tuning into this great Dirty Birds action. We will be back tomorrow for a game at 5 p.m. in Rhode Island against Roger Williams.